Barrios, and especially not going to a majority draw. This is a win for Manny Pacquiao, I'm just going to say.
I don't think that Mario did enough to win. I don't think he did enough for a draw.
If you have world-class judges, why can't they make a decision? Why can't you go one way or the other? You know what I'm saying? A draw is very weird.
Following last weekend's majority draw between Manny Pacquiao and Mario Barrios, Pacquiao's team has officially appealed the decision with the WBC. They argue the outcome was unjust, with two judges scoring at 114 to 114 and only one narrowly favoring Barrios at 115 to 113. Many believe Pacquiao had clearly done enough to win, especially given his exceptional performance after a 4-year break. The Filipino legend's display of speed, control, and endurance drew widespread praise. His camp is now pushing for a formal review and a potential rematch, insisting that the controversial result robbed him of a rightful and historic championship victory.
The fans came out for you again tonight, but describe what you thought of the judge's decision.
I mean, I thought I won my split decision. It was a close fight, but I thought I won.
You didn't look like a 46-year-old tonight. How did you feel inside the ring?
I feel good. I feel happy. 2 months training. It was short, but it's enough. I
What worked for you tonight, and what was missing late in the fight?
Missing late in the fight, the last two rounds. It's okay.
But the rest of the fight, you look great. What happens now, Manny? Because there was options for you moving forward. There was even talks of a Floyd Mayweather fight. What do you see going on next?
Oh, that's another story. It's about it. Good for me.
Do you feel that you have what it takes to be a world champion once again?
Yeah, I think so. I can still do it. For 2 months training, 4 years lay off, and 2 months training.
Manny Pacquiao remained firm in his belief that he had won his comeback fight against Mario Barrios. Despite the bout ending in a majority draw, I thought I won the fight. It was a close fight. My opponent was very tough, he told reporters confidently. CompuBox stats backed his claim, showing Pacquiao landed 81 power punches to Barrios' 75 and clearly controlled the middle rounds. His longtime trainer, Freddie Roach, scored the fight 8 rounds to 4 in Pacquiao's favor. Undeterred by the decision, Pacquiao is calling for a rematch and remains determined to continue his legacy and inspire his people.
But I thought, although the decision is not really favor to me, I'm sad, but I did my best. Being a no fight for 4 years, I'm happy for my performance tonight. So thank you to all your support.
I feel I won. Me and my team feel, that we won, and we're very proud of what I showed. And I'm still just thankful to be holding my title.
I think although my performance is good tonight, but I'm not satisfied with my combination tonight. I should throw a lot of punches and more aggressive to knock him out. I thought that after the 12 rounds, I won the fight. My analysis, I won 8-4. That's my analysis for the fight. But the thing is, I'm surprised with the announcement. It's draw. So I did my best in the ring. The fans is so happy of my performance, but no worry. Pacman is back, so I'm still here. Most of the fans, they're expecting that, they thought that I won the fight. And although at age of 46, the Pac-Man is still there, still giving a good fight to the people, to the fans. That's why I'm so thankful to God because He gave me the strength and good.
MP Promotion CEO Sean Gibbons harshly criticized a majority draw decision in Manny Pacquiao's fight against Mario Barrios, calling a clear example of boxing's darker side. Gibbons claimed Pacquiao was a superior fighter, citing his edge in power punches, 81-75, and control of the crucial middle rounds. He argued that the draw reflected not just poor judgment, but possible political influence and bias behind the scenes. This isn't just a fight result, it's a stain on boxing's integrity, Gibbons said. He demanded a full investigation and greater transparency in scorekeeping. His remarks have sparked wider discussions about the sport's need for serious reform and accountability.
Gambling investment? I don't know. I mean, how does Manny lose cleanly? If you have world-class judges, why can't they make a decision? Why can't you go one way or the other? You know what I'm saying? A draw seems very weird to me, but I'm very proud of him because he spent 7 weeks preparing for this. The guy ran for an election for 3-4 months, did not train at all, did not fight for 4 years. The guy that I watched put 7 weeks of training in. It's incredible. And he robbed of the chance to make history. It's just sick. I hate this. I really hate boxing. This is the ugly side. The good side I've done it for 37 years makes me just want to get out of it. Because it's so sad to me.
What are your thoughts on the rematch that he asked Barrios?
Fuck Mario Barrios. Who the fuck wants to see him? Manny Pacquiao beat Mario Barrios. Fuck Mario Barrios. Not in a bad way, I like him. But fuck him. Manny Pacquiao beat Mario Barrios. Why should he? What does he need to fight? You know, if Manny wants to continue fighting, there's fighters like Manny Barrios. There's fighters like those guys out. But I would never, let's say never, so my decision's Manny's. But when you do what you did, you win a fight like that.
Veteran broadcaster Jim Gray didn't mince words following the Pacquiao-Barrios draw, firmly declaring that Manny Pacquiao clearly won the fight and calling the result a disgrace to boxing. He pointed to Pacquiao's superior power shots, relentless pressure, and overall ring generalship as evidence that the scorecards didn't reflect reality. Gray's reaction aligned with many other analysts who believed the judges got it wrong. For him, the controversial verdict damages the sport's credibility and underscores a pressing need for serious reform in how championship-level fights are judged to ensure fairness and integrity.
You think Pacquiao won that fight? It was good.
Manny Pacquiao won. Yes, I did. I'm not a judge, but it's clear to me and clear to my eyes. And it's a shame. It's a shame for boxing. 2 judges who, can't decide who the winner is. Really? Mario's the champion. I guess you have to beat the champion, and I guess in their eyes they didn't clearly do that. But to me, it was an astounding, amazing, outstanding performance by a 46-year-old man. This is one of the all-time great performances.
Retired 2-time welterweight champion Shawn Porter was openly outraged by the majority draw in Manny Pacquiao's comeback fight against Mario Barrios, calling the decision a slap in the face to fans and an insult to sports justice. Porter argued that Barrios never controlled the fight and showed no consistent body work, making it hard to justify awarding him any rounds. I thought Manny won. Thought he won hands down, he said, slamming the scoring as a case of poor judging and outright incompetence. He questioned whether the judges even understood the intricacies of Pacquiao's style. Porter's frustration echoed the widespread discontent among fans and analysts over the controversial verdict.
Listen, we've seen Manny on the end of bad decisions before. Timothy Bradley, excuse me. Jeff Horn fight. Shout out to Tim. I know how you feel about that. But this is what he's got to deal with. You can't go through a camp, do what you just did right there. We saw all the heart, everything that we've always seen from Manny, and this is the result. Shout out to Mario. He made the fight difficult just from being a big guy who is a better boxer than I realized. Came to the ring with a true game plan to try to box and be patient, find openings and things of that nature. I don't think that Mario did enough to win. I don't think he did enough for a draw. I think that there was a lot more that he could have done. But the main thing is the style that he chose to box was actually a good style to use against Manny Pacquiao. they were saying that they were going to come right to the middle of the ring, and they did. But they came to the middle of the ring, and then they circled, they moved, they worked behind the jab. Not enough jabs, not enough of everything.
Wade Plemons, host of the Wade Concept, described the majority draw between Manny Pacquiao and Mario Barrios as a moral victory for Pacquiao. He praised a 46-year-old legend for exceeding expectations after a 3-year layoff, performing admirably against a reigning world champion. In contrast, Plemons criticized Barrios for fighting with hesitation and lacking the urgency expected from a title holder. He argued that Barrios' inability to dominate an older, smaller opponent was disappointing and unworthy of championship status. With 2 consecutive title fights ending in draws, Plemons questioned whether Barrios is the weakest current world champion. He added that the performance damaged both Barrios' credibility and the reputation of the welterweight division as a whole.
By the Ring Magazine, and folks, I just watched Manny Pacquiao, that's right, 8-division world champion and 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao, off a 3-year layoff. Manny Pacquiao off a loss before the 3-year layoff. Manny Pacquiao go to a majority draw with a world champion in a title fight in 2025. What the just happened? Breakdown. Let's go.
He is the star of Wade Concept.
So like I said, Manny Pacquiao, 2025, fighting for a world championship is not something you expect me to hear. Number one, especially off the 3-year layoff, especially at 146, especially off a loss, and especially not going to a majority draw. This is a win for Manny Pacquiao. I'm just going to say it. Tonight he fought Mario Barrios on PBC, on Amazon Prime Video for the WBC World Championship. Mario Barrios, I like the guy, but it has to be said, when you have 2 of your last title defenses ending in a split draw and a majority draw, you may be the worst title holder in boxing right now. I'm sorry. That's not comparing him to being a shitty boxer. It's just saying that as of right now, he might be the worst world champion in boxing and maybe one of the worst I've seen in a while. Also, kind of unrelated, this kind of looks bad for Tank Davis's record because that was supposed to be a stalwart win on Tank's career when he moved up to 140 and beat Barrios for the belt there. But now it's not looking so good because 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao just went to a majority draw, and you can argue that Manny Pacquiao should have won the fight.
Manny Pacquiao came out strong, displaying his trademark speed and power to dominate the early rounds. However, as the bout wore on, fatigue set in, allowing Mario Barrios to ramp up his offense in the later rounds. Despite Pacquiao's impressive start, Barrios' late round push earned him a majority draw. One judge scored it 115 to 113 for Barrios, while the other 2 had it 114 to 114. As a result, Barrios retained his WBC welterweight championship.
Winning up until the later rounds. Let's talk about it. So, like I said, Manny Pacquiao off the 3-year layoff, 46, didn't look great against Ugas in his last one. You had to think, okay, well, Barrios beat Ugas kind of decisively. This is going to go one way and one way only. Barrios potentially by stoppage or decision. That's not what happened. Barrios was so tentative in this fight. He was essentially standing there for some of the exchanges. Manny Pacquiao came out and did what Manny Pacquiao does. By the way, credit to Manny. At 46, he still had some feet. He was moving, dancing on Mario Barrios. He was throwing combination punches going forward on Mario Barrios. And when he wasn't doing that, he was countering Mario Barrios, who looked like a stick in the mud. He looked like he couldn't even get out of first gear because Manny was hitting with combination.
Many analysts agreed that Manny Pacquiao clearly won at least 6 rounds, using his trademark speed and sharp combinations that electrified the crowd. Even Mario Barrios admitted afterward that Pacquiao remained a powerful and impressive opponent. What frustrated fans most was how close the judges' scorecards were. Had just one more round gone to Pacquiao, he would have secured the win instead of settling for a majority draw.
Keith Thurman on his ass in the first. Oh my God, it's an experience, and it's another element opponents have to face. And then all of a sudden, Manny just starts cooking. He's just like, and Freddie said it, like he has this good 6th round, and Freddie was just like, you get him with a 5-punch combination, I think you can get him out of here. Now, I don't know if he was ever at that point. I can't say that Barrios was ever really in danger, but I think Freddie was right. Like, I just think that if Manny showed the threat. I just think it froze Barrios for all these rounds. And so he had a run of like 4 straight. And at my point, he's up on the scorecards 87-84, which meant in my mind. And I was pretty in line with the TV broadcast. I think that we had a little bit of a swing on 8. I think 8 was a little closer, or 9 was a little closer, excuse me. But all he needed was one more round. And and mind you, I bet on him, but I was like, you know, Barrios comes out in the 10th. His trainer's like, hey man, you can't respect this guy. And it's tough because man, he pulls these tricks like where he's like trying to delay coming out of the ring because his tape's messed up, or he's like messing with the guy saying, hey, you're hitting me low, and like even the ref would be like, Manny, I'll determine if he's hitting low. But he's so charming, you just look like that. But Barrios coming down that 10th has some really good body work, and you're like, all right, I think he took that one. So then it's 96-94. Get to the next round, Barrios, he has some that was the closest that you could have probably leaned Pacquiao, in my mind. But Barrios had some flurries. It just looked like he was getting better of it. And it kind of looked like Manny was starting to wear down a little bit.
Boxing experts strongly criticized the judge's decision, labeling it blatantly unfair. They highlighted Pacquiao's superior performance, landing more power punches, 81-75, and dominating the crucial middle rounds, as clear proof he deserved the win. Instead, he was handed majority draw, allowing Barrios to retain his title. Analysts insist the scorecards didn't reflect the actual fight, especially with one judge favoring Barrios despite Pacquiao's strong early dominance.
Great. It makes guys like Manny Pacquiao want to come back to the sport of boxing and fix this garbage. Let me go back to the sport of boxing. That's what we're talking about right now in the welterweight division. The rematch between Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. Manny Pacquiao will be Floyd Mayweather in the rematch. I said it. I like Floyd, a legendary fighter, but I believe how Manny Pacquiao fought yesterday. And we haven't seen Floyd Mayweather. I know he's still in shape. But this Manny Pacquiao and the footwork that he displayed yesterday, and like he said in the post-fight interview, he threw a little bit more punch, but of course he's 46 years old. But I'm just saying, even at 46 years old, he's better than all these guys. He'll knock out them pain, like worse than Ryan Garcia.
Phil Martin weighed in on the controversial draw between Manny Pacquiao and Mario Barrios, expressing his belief that Pacquiao had clearly done enough to win. His view echoed the frustration of many fans and analysts who felt the judge's decision failed to reflect the actual flow of the fight. While Martin acknowledged the official result, he pointed to the widening gap between public perception and boxing's scoring system. He also suggested a rematch may not happen, deepening the disappointment surrounding the contentious outcome.
Boxing fans here with Kamelmo and Kamel. Just seen a draw between Pacquiao and Barrios tonight. What do you think?
It was a great fight, and Pacquiao put on a hell of a performance. And it's much respect to Barrios as well. It takes two to tango, so it's just an overall great fight.
Did you ever win it?
I personally thought Manny put it out, and I feel like he deserved to win. But it's boxing, and I'm not mad at a draw either.
Do you see a rematch, or do you think they should both fight other people?
I don't think I want to see a rematch. Manny did. It was a great fight. I think we should just leave it at that. I would like to see Pacquiao and Mayweather too. That's really the fight I want to see. And,
Kamel and the undercard.
Definitely, absolutely. That would be a huge card.
What do you think of Barrios in that spot?
I don't know. I think Pacquiao's style was kind of throwing him off. I've heard a lot of very skilled fighters say that Pacquiao was real hard to, get the rhythm of. He's real awkward.
Max Kellerman, former HBO boxing analyst and now with ESPN, has often argued that Manny Pacquiao ranks among the greatest pound-for-pound fighters in history. On Asterisk Max on Boxing, he highlighted Pacquiao's unprecedented rise from flyweight to welterweight, capturing world titles in 8 weight classes while consistently taking on elite, often bigger, opponents, an achievement Kellerman sees as unmatched in the sport's long and storied.
What's your top 5 be?
Sugar Ray Robinson.
Number 1.
Yeah, and then pound for pound. See, Pacquiao he started as a flyweight champ. Not just he started his career there, he was the champion at flyweight and then moved up there's so many divisions between flyweight and junior middleweight where he also won a belt. He even the fact that he could compete with Floyd Mayweather, who's a naturally bigger guy and one of the greatest pure boxers. Pacquiao's overall body of work, you could have him second pound for pound behind Sugar Ray Robinson.
How come I'm watching highlights of him knocking people out though, as little as he is, man?
That dude, it's the calves, man. He's got those fast twitchies and those big calves jump in on you and generate a lot of power. Crazy hand speed and power from the southpaw. Really awkward, hard to beat, lightning fast. Pacquiao was all that.
Oscar de la Hoya didn't hold back when discussing Manny Pacquiao's return to the ring at age 46. While he acknowledged Pacquiao's legendary status and enduring dedication, he offers stark reminder: age is age. De la Hoya emphasized the challenge of facing a younger, hungrier opponent with speed and high punch volume. It's one thing to train hard and feel great, he noted, but it's another to step into the ring at 40 plus. His message was clear. While Pacquiao's discipline is admirable, no fighter, no matter how great, can outrun the realities of time.
1000%, obviously, because we shared the ring, but age is age. I mean, you just never know. He's going up against a young fighter, who's hungry, obviously, who has the skills, who has the punch output. Hey, Manny, go out there, do your thing. Use your thick calf legs to just run circles around him. Oh, I can't wait.
Fernando Vargas offered a candid and balanced perspective on Manny Pacquiao's performance against Mario Barrios. He acknowledged that Pacquiao no longer looked like the fighter in his prime, but was quick to praise the legendary champion's effort and heart. He left everything in the ring, Vargas said, highlighting Pacquiao's unwavering spirit and determination. Although Vargas found the majority draw disappointing, he emphasized that fans still cherish the opportunity to watch the Filipino icon compete once again. To him, the crowd's enthusiastic response reflected Pacquiao's enduring legacy and deep connection with boxing fans around the world. Despite being 46 and having just 2 months of training, Pacquiao displayed impressive speed, ring intelligence, and power, outboxing a younger, reigning champion for most of the fight. It was Barrios' late round surge that influenced the judge's decision, but the outcome has sparked renewed criticism of boxing's scoring system and calls for a rematch. Whether or not Pacquiao's appeal is successful, one thing is certain. He proved he's still a serious threat in the ring and left fans excited for what comes next.
I thought Manny won. Manny did a good job towards the end. Last round I gave it to Barrios. The last 5 rounds. Yeah, I had the same way. I thought Barrios was going to take it, but I don't know what happened. Well, great job by Manny Pacquiao, 46 years old. 4 years old, 46. And you know boxing, so people can't say that you're biased or you're just on straight. I think he won. Regardless. It's not the money that we used to know, but.
Was Pacquiao robbed? Should the decision be overturned or a rematch happen? Share your thoughts below.